There is no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you're watching this video means you are energetically aligned with me and this message. Your thoughts create your reality. But you already knew that, yet you still live a life that you dread.
Excuse me.
That is because when you visualize your dream life, you unconsciously believe that it is unrealistic.
So we're setting up here with William Knight, is his name. And he's blown up. I mean, he really has taken the world by storm.
I really want to focus on the chemicals we can consume to help enlighten our ascension, help decalcify the pineal gland. So I'm all about raising the vibration. You can do that with meditation, affirmations, with your diet. There's so many ways to cleanse the body from all the things that we consume.
What should we be avoiding
I really
eating?
want to wake people up to this.
So what should we avoid eating that's fucking up our vibrations?
When it comes to animal products, there's a huge debate on whether animal products are good for you. I stand with know where the animal is coming from, know how the energy of the animal is. If it's in a factory farm and it's depressed, it's a whole life in a cage, and you're eating that energy, you're going to get that same energy. So if you do choose to eat animal products, get grass-fed, get organic, get fresh meat.
Right.
In other countries, they eat their meat fresh. Ours is frozen and processed.
Got it. So it's all about the energies. So theoretically, if I eat like a happy person, is that good energy?
There is no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you're watching this video means that you are aligned with me and this message. Your thoughts create your reality. It is time to raise your vibration and pay for innocent animals to have a knife slashed across their throat at a local farm. Hey, what is up, guys? So William Knight, who you just saw, is a recent TikToker that has been going viral, and his viralness started with this video that went viral, the one that I played at the beginning of the video, where he was doing one of his little TikToks, and this lady just, was jogging by him, and he just kept going even though she screamed when she saw him.
But you already knew that, yet you still live a life that you dread.
Excuse me.
That is because when you visualize your dream life, you unconsciously believe that it is unrealistic.
But aside from that, he is this now figure that people are looking at as like this woke icon and somebody who, uses a lot of very hippy-dippy language like, raise your vibration, this is the Matrix.
What, do we live in the Matrix for real? Is that a real thing, do you believe?
Of course, yeah. Society was built in a very strategic manner, is to get people to consume products, consume chemicals, consume messages.
And all these things that really make a lot of sense when you're under the influence of a psychedelic like LSD or psilocybin mushrooms. But anyway, he's one of those people that really, I think they have good intentions, and they might be like in their own subjective experience really believing in the things that they say and really feeling it through whatever subjective conscious experience they're having. But I always find it so weird when these people are trying to talk about being woke and, raising your vibration while still finding it morally okay to stab animals and eat them. And as you saw in the H3 podcast, Ethan was asking him, what he eats. And he was saying that factory farming is bad because, you're eating the fear and you're eating like the suffering that these animals went through. Now, a lot of vegans say things like this that are more into the whole spiritual side of veganism. Me personally, I just don't see much evidence for it. It's a nice idea, but I like to instead look at the actual science and data supporting animal products being bad for you, like from a physical kind of perspective, as opposed to psychological. But anyway, I appreciated him saying, that factory farming is bad essentially, but in his more spiritual woo-woo kind of fashion. But then you hear him in the next breath say, oh, but just make sure that you're eating them from local farms and you are eating animals that had a relatively good life. And I also find it hilarious how Ethan even asked him after, like, if I eat a happy person, is that okay? And this is kind of more evidence, as I've shown before on my channel, that Ethan is very familiar with the vegan talking points and the vegan argumentation. And I think that William didn't really hear him correctly and says something like, oh yeah, if you're around happy people, that'll certainly raise your vibration or something like that. But I do wish he actually heard Ethan clearly and answered that question. That's the question I have for him.
So theoretically, if I eat like a happy person, is that good energy?
If you're around a happy person, definitely.
Okay,
Every person that you are in communication with, person you watch online.
Okay.
So William, if you're watching this, I want to know if you are raising your vibration by killing a happy person, and eating them, in the same way that you think killing and eating a happy cow also will raise your vibration. Listen guys, as somebody who is a bit more of a scientific, empirical thinker, it's always very hard for me to take these people seriously with the things that they say. And I've known people in the past, and even vegans, that like to spout these kinds of, vague spiritual language. And I'm not super closed off to the concept of spirituality. I just think that these kinds of things are very hard to deductively prove. But yeah, I mean, as I said before, these people usually come with this message of compassion and, increasing well-being. And that's why vegans are always like, so are you vegan or are you still paying for animals to be murdered? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if you're, avoiding factory farming and instead eating local. I mean, the fact is that you're still paying for animals to be murdered, and you're also viewing animals as commodities. I mean, how can somebody who claims to be so high vibration and so at peace and so woke still view sentient beings as commodities? I mean, just in my own perspective, that seems like rather disgusting and something that I think a truly woke person wouldn't be doing. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. William, if you're watching this, I would love to just hear your thoughts on everything I've said in this video and, why you still continue to pay for innocent beings to be murdered when you claim to be this super woke, high vibration being, whatever that means. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you support my work and want to support me on Patreon, the link is in my description, and I'll see you in the next video.
Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid